The pattern of mind that we're exploring right now is the capacity for the mind to separate from total reality, unified reality, your total self, the great divine. The mind's capacity to separate from total reality, yourself, into a tiny little me that can be threatened. This is the start of all fear. This is the pattern, the way that all fear works. That there must be a tiny self that can be threatened in order for this tiny self to experience fear in the first place. If you're understanding this, put a yes in the chat. If you're understanding this, put a yes in the chat, because our next piece, after we've understood the principle, the pattern, we need to understand the path forward. Put a yes in the chat if it's clear so far. If not, let me handle any questions. Okay, so Valente, Valente, welcome in. Valente saying yes. Okay, Twin saying yes. All right, put another yes in the chat, because I'm like, okay, I don't know. Am I still reading from yes from the screen being black, or yes because y'all understand what I'm saying? Let me know. Okay, excellent, excellent. So so here we go. Behold the soul. No beginning, no ending, forever eternal. Behold the soul. We know that the principle is that fear controls you. Once you make uncertainty the same thing as danger, that's the principle. The pattern is that the mind has a capacity through your thought to create a tiny me, a tiny self. This is who you truly are, but this is the self that can be afraid. This tiny little thing over here. This one that's afraid of not having a purpose, that's afraid of dying, that's afraid of not having enough, that's afraid of going broke. That's this little one, okay? This little one. So now that we've talked about the principle, we've talked about the pattern, we need to now talk about the path forward. And the path forward is to return to totality. You must return to the perception of totality. I'm saying the path forward is to return. Right here. Make sure. There we go. The path forward is to return to the perception of totality. That's what this little guy or little gal, a little person is doing. Their line of vision has now expanded so that they are now seeing a complete perception of totality. They are going to begin to merge back with the unity of experience. They're going to return to the lap of God. These are just ways of saying coming back to the perception of totality, expanding your perception beyond your skin, beyond the domain of the body. and linking back with a infinite substance that goes by many names. That's the path forward. That's the path forward. Why is that the path forward? Because I'm saying only when you can see your problem. Let me see if I can get little man in the place. It's only when you can see your problem, not from the perspective of the little one, but see this little one's problem from the perspective of the true one, of the total one. Being able to see your problems from the perspective of the total one. Okay. That's the path forward.